Hello everybody and welcome to AFR Tier 2 race at Hungary. Hope you enjoyed the Tier 1 race. My name's Bandcamp and joining me tonight is Jacob Meister.
G'day everyone, and do check out the Tier 1 race if you've got time. That was a great race we just had.
Yeah, it was good for some.
okay, yeah, unless you put it for mediums and then it starts raining straight away. But apart from that, good race.
Yeah.
Unlucky bad.
Yeah.
Unlucky bad.
I still had blue skies and it starts raining.
It was clear as day pretty much. But anyway, I hear engines revving up onto this race.
Yes. So, be interesting to see what these guys do. Looks like a few heading out on the hards already.
We've got Farmer Dingo in the lead.
Farmer Dingo, first one out on track again. On the soft tyre. Interesting
They get a couple of people doing that in Tier 1 as well, perhaps trying to get track precision over running a different strategy, I suppose, or a more conventional strategy for this track. We'll see how it goes for them, though. It's very unforgiving, this track. These curbs can spit you out sometimes.
Yeah, especially that inside curb that Farmer Dingo went past. You put a wheel on there and really unsettles the car.
I had a really unfortunate accident there in Tier 1 as well, so do not even think of touching that. But most of these curbs are generally fine.
He's certainly going pretty quick on the soft tyres on his outlap.
They want to preserve them normally. The softs do not last very long around here.
No, they do not. They have a problem with overheating. So here he comes to start his flying lap across the start-finish line.
Didn't really get a good run out of that last turn. Very hard to sometimes as he comes in through the first hairpin now. Very wide, but very important to get a good exit out of here. It's not too bad. Coming down into turn 2. Very tricky to get right this corner. You can easily go very deep into it but not get a good exit. It's not terrible though. Keeping it nice and clean so far. Turn 4. This one, reminiscent of the one from Germany last week. Gets hit there very quickly. He takes it a bit cautiously, no big deal though. And there's turn 5 again with that curve well away from that. Into this very slow, right left chicane. Those curbs can spit you out there as well. Just see Farmer Dingo mounting them a little, coming for this right hand turn now. This isn't looking too bad. You're looking to get his iron, of course, and if he's going to use soft tyres, then he's got a few different runs at this, so no big deal if this one isn't that good.
He's really not making the most of the track. He's really kind of almost in the middle of the track as he's coming into some of these corners.
And his ERS has already run out of ERS for this lap. You can only deploy so much at a time per lap. So that's what happens when you leave it in a hot lap, you run out that early.
So 119.9, immediately beaten by Skins.
Ooh. 118.3, that's not a bad time on the hot tyre. Immediately beaten by Ellie for 118.2.
And Red Panda, 118.1.
Alpha, is he going to go quicker? Oh, no, Psycho goes to 19.2 though. Turn for 19.4.
Just watching Matt at the moment.
Newell for 117.4, but on the softs. You see Matt coming down towards the last few corners now. Not on a lap right now, he'll be preparing to go out next lap, I suppose. Matt 2 points behind Ali in the points championship right now. It's still neck and neck, I always say it, it's very close. Here he goes, straight into overtake as he crosses the start-finish line. Don't know if there was a bit of lag there, he just jutted for me a little bit there. Pretty good though, good exit out of the hairpin. Return 2 now. Got to get on the power early here. That's not too bad, but very wide there. But you can lose a bit of time there trying to get the car turned around for that right-hander. Going for this fast left-hander now up to the curb. Can unsettle the car sometimes, but that was pretty good. Avoiding that curb for turn 5 now. Very wide, but that's okay. Doesn't want to get onto these free sausage curbs, I suppose. Yeah, there we go, he's invalidated on that. I was looking very quick otherwise. Let's see, he's only on the hard tyre though, so...
Strange the track didn't go red for me.
It's gone red for me. It might not be actually... Oh no, he's backed out. He's on 0.
Yeah, he's definitely backed out.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a strange one.
Interesting. Masters of Code, added again. It's always something.
Let's drop down with Big Al, who is also on the hard tyre, coming through the last corner now.
He's trying to get on the power as soon as he can here. And this looks good. 18-2.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So most runners here, you'll see the ones on the hard tyre, they'll be looking to put in a medium lap and start on the mediums. Assuming it's a fully dry race, of course.
We've got Keeper and Saxa both on out laps at the moment. I think Keeper's further down the road. Yeah, he is. Coming into the third sector.
Yeah, a bit of an on and off driver this season, but he's put in some decent performances, gotten a couple of points finishes, which is good.
And apparently everything is going to be dry.
It's good to hear. So we should see most people start on the medium tyre, and it does mean for those on soft tyres, they do have a chance possibly to see a better lap on the mediums, but with Newell with a 117.4 up there, that's going to be tough for him to try top on the medium tyre.
Yeah.
Keeper keeping it relatively tidy, coming up to turn 4. It's about as far in as you want to go on that curb, but it's fine. And same for that curb there. Using every bit of the track though, which is good. Through this right left-hander now.
Oh, he's on the grass.
Decent line, couldn't get it turned around though, yeah. Flat for this left-hander and then down to 5th. Yep, 4th even. Not looking too bad of a time here. Last few corners now down into 2nd. And so Yaris is looking pretty good here as well. He's a bit wide out of that second last turn. Nice and early on the power, a bit wide. Might cost him a little bit. It's an 18.9, right place.
And Saxa, I believe, yes, he's still on the lap on the medians. About to enter the third sector.
Here he's run a little bit wider and he's definitely quicker than Keeper here, probably about a second quicker I think. The fastest medium runner so far is Skins of an 18.3. Oh, actually no change tires since my
Saxa has a bit of a moment on the exit there.
He's fastest as Keeper, sorry. You see Saxa coming across the line now. That's an 18.3. Still a decent time considering.
Yeah, good enough for 6th.
And the fastest of the medium runners currently. Although I do believe he only get one set of mediums.
Well, Kunai has just started his outlap, so we'll see how he goes. Skins behind also on his outlap.
Oh, and there's a Racing Point part that is Skins, I think, just letting people by. I guess Kunai probably a bit more into rallying right now than F1, but as we all have been, I think, to be honest. But still, we'll be looking to put in a good performance here.
Yeah, well, he's got a wheel organised, so he will be on a wheel shortly. Currently on a controller.
It's not the easiest transition, of course.
It does work out to be a lot quicker, I believe.
If you stick with it anyway. I'm saying that more to myself, to be honest. I'm still trying to get some pace in that wheel, but we'll keep working from that. As Kuno comes across the side, is flying late. Not putting into overtake, just sticking in the hot lap down this front straight. It's okay of an exit though. Don't want to go sideways at all there, it'll cost you tenths and tenths otherwise. Through turn 2 now. Yeah, this track I think more than others rewards you for getting on the power earlier and just sort of slow and fast out. I know it's a fundamental, but it's very important through some of these longer turns. Through turn 4 now. A bit sideways, it's okay though. Very wide.
Very wide, yeah, lots of understeer.
Go a bit hot in there, that can happen. This which you can mounts it just like Matt, but just a little bit more in the track there. Very easy to mount the curves for this left to right hander here, but it does slow you down. Coming down through the end of sector 2. Oh, that's a bit sideways there. Gathers it though. He's 5 tenths up. And this is looking on pace for Sax's time, I think. Last turn now. Using all the track there to just get as good a run as possible. Have to lift a little bit for that corner. Let's see what he gets. An 18.2. Wow, that's a tight field, but he's in 4th place.
Yeah.
From 4th down to 8th, that's barely a tenth, just over a tenth. They're separated by.
Very, very
Psycho's
tight.
out.
Oh,
Psycho's
no.
crashed.
He's lost it.
Oh. It's very easy to do. We saw Kuno go sideways at turn 4.
There he is. You can see him on the left-hand side of the track there. So he's, yeah, obviously come in pretty quick and lost it on the exit.
It's very easy to go a bit too wide while going sideways, hit the curb and then spin it. Anyway, and you're all set at 116.9. Oh, that was happening. Skins with a 17.3 in the medium tyre. Five minutes to go here in this qualifying session for Hungary, and it looks like it's getting a bit cloudier. Don't think that'll affect anything though.
No. So just on board with Matt at the moment. He's running in medium or high through that middle sector.
Oh, and he doesn't validate. He went very wide.
Yeah, it's not giving me a red track for some
It's
reason.
really weird. Yeah, this track is very tricky for ERS management. I feel like this has probably been one of the harder ones to manage ERS on. Germany was tough, but this one was even worse because you've really got to compromise on where you use ERS and where you don't. If you stick it in medium during the race, you'll lose around 10% ERS per lap just by doing that, so it's something you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure. You know? So Combat Rat coming to the end of this flying lap.
It feels like you're going so slow for that penultimate corner, but that's because he actually is going very slow for that penultimate corner. So just gearing up for a starting
I
lap.
think he's, going again.
First turn now. Pretty smooth. Coming in for turn 2 now. Mounting the curb a little bit, no big deal. Nice and clean for turns 2 and 3. See how he handles turn 4.
The test. Carries a
it
lot of
wide.
speed, but does it. Oh, okay, so far.
A little bit wide on the entry in that chicane, but that was perfectly fine. Again, they're very easy to go wide after that sort of lead left-right. Sticking with 6 with that right-hander.
Up
It's
by
going to be very low on the
16s.
RS. Should be fine. Skins sets 1:16.9. Let's see what Combo Rat can do here. Over the corner. Over to third, and then on the power as soon as possible now. And this looks to be a decent time as well. Let's see. 17.5. That puts him in 5th place.
So Skins has done that 16.9 on mediums?
Yes.
That is very good time.
It is. It's faster than Mule on the softs, although he did say that earlier. Track evolution will play a part, of course.
Just dropped down to Big Al. He's trying to improve on these mediums. Currently 17.9 in 6th place. Kunai has retired from the session, so he doesn't think he'll be able to improve.
Big Al's on a good lap here. He's 17th up, sorry. Looking at challenging that for 3rd place here. 2 minutes left in the session. People will be looking at their last runs pretty soon. Again, we may be slightly decent, but there shouldn't be too much time left, and people will still be looking at the final runs and see what Big Al gets here. It's a 16.9. Wow, that's close to Skins time.
Top 3 all in the 16.9s.
Oh, nice.
This is looking to be a very spicy race. Red Panda now on a lap as well. He's up by almost 2/10 through the first sector.
Skins retires, happy with that lap. Red Panda's got the pace, but there's a bit of there's a bit of a moment there through the chicane. At least it's a 16.8. That's a great lap. Red Panda not having the best season, but unlucky in places. But let's get a move on if he wants to get further up in this points championship. He's certainly got the pace. He's 14th up currently. Will surely improve his place, but by how much? It's going to put him right with Skins are now, but couldn't tell you the last turn now. Oh, shifts up in the 4th pretty early. That might cost him a little bit there. 16.9, 5. Place. You can't hold it right now, you just can't.
That is very, very tight. Newell about to start another lap on the soft tyre.
Yes, he's committed, so he's got to get as much track position as possible here. He needs to get these medium runners.
Yeah, he needs to make the most out of it. He's gone a bit deep.
The track will have definitely gripped up a little bit since that last lap though. He's only got to find 2/10. Passing by the part Ferrari of Red Panda.
He's down by 1/2 tenth.
Yeah, he's stamping that throttle now as he comes up. So it's right left here. Ooh, that's the curb on the first turn. Seeing more and more people retire now. Newell is up, and not enough right now. It's good for 2nd right now, but he needs to keep pushing. And Big Al is behind him as well, also on a lap. We'll look out for that as now we see checkered flags pop up. So now people are finishing the session.
What's it going to be?
16.8. That puts him in 2nd. Big Al behind him. Let's see what he gets. It's a 16.7.
16.7.
Ali has invalidated. Matt's on a lap. I think that's the last one.
He's run a bit wide. He's still pushing.
If he can find any amount of time, it'll be good for a couple of spots here.
Oh, 2/10 up. Can he find any more time? Oh, he's pushing a bit too hard now.
Just take it easy, slow down nice and quick, and then on the power. Let's see what he gets here. There's only a couple of attempts
that
there.
much.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see that. 6th place. So Big Al there taking pole position ahead of Ali by 1/2 tenth, and then another 1/2 tenth back you've got Newell Whew. And then you've got Skins just missing out on the top 3 there, followed by Red Panda, Matt, Keeper, and Combat. That's all within 6/10. And then you got Kunai and Saxa rounding out the top 10, followed by Zudix, Psycho, and Farmer Dingo. But look at that top 8, 6/10. And then just below that, you've got another group. Whew.
It's great to see some really close times and some good racing hopefully coming soon, but smaller track does tend to give that smaller lap times. But I believe we may have a late joiner. We'll just see what happens here. And also these 2 runners in the soft tyre in the top 10, they can be stuck on the soft tyre. I believe that was Newell and I think it was Psycho. Oh no, it wasn't. It was on hards. I can't remember, but either way, those 2 people are going to have to be very careful because those softs are going to fall off very quickly. And we saw what happened in Tier 1 with Lotus starting on soft tyres and then losing it within the first few laps on turn 4. So they're going to have to be careful more than anything else at the start of this race. Just waiting for everybody to get going here. Again, we don't know if we have this late joiner or not. I don't know if we'll restart for them either. We'll see what happens.
Who's the late joiner?
Report. He just turned up on the end of quali. Oh.
Looks like we will be getting underway.
Alright, so Ali and Matt 2 points away from each other in the points champs. The next person down is Big Al, who's a whole 36 points behind, but there's only 2 points ahead of Skins. And then you've got Newell 17 points behind that, and behind him is Red Panda by only 1 point, so there's a lot to happen here in this points championship. I think I could have explained that better, but it sounded more convoluted. As we get away now for our formation lap. I believe this is real. Oh, just saw an Alpha just lose the rear, I think that was Keeper.
So we have 2 guys starting on the soft tyres. We have Keeper and Newell. Everybody else on the medium.
Yes, that's very key. Again, they're going to have to be careful more than anything else. Those softs are lightning compared to the mediums and the hards, but again, after a few laps, I believe they'll only last really like 7 laps at most if you don't qualify on them, so probably more like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But then you could potentially run hards to the end. It's going to be very, very tight though.
Yeah, they do go a long way, the hards. You'd be pretty slow at the end.
For sure, but you'd have to be slow on the softs in the first place to make that happen.
I bet, an early safety car, you might be able to do a double medium stint.
That's true, or assuming they have the tyres, if they've got 2 fresh sets of mediums. Oh, you can stretch out mediums around here, but...
Yeah. I was contemplating doing that, but it was very risky. I wish I did do it in the end, because then I would have pitted under the safety car and put on some fresh mediums and made some of that time back up. But here we go, coming around the last corner now.
Everybody else on the medium tyre. So we should see them coming in at around maybe 15. I'll give you a number. There you go. Around like 15 probably. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, and I reckon the soft runners might start coming in 5 or 6.
Yeah. And the hards will comfortably go to the end from the mediums. Anyway, as we now grid up, 5 red lights.
We are waiting and racing. So, good start from Newell on the soft tyre.
Caroline Saxel's getting a good start. 3 wide for a couple of people here. 4 wide even at one point. Keeping relatively clean though. Good to see, good to see. Keep going wide. And Ali has taken Big Al, I think. Oh no. Yep, he has. Red Panda's gone down. Oh, he just lost a couple of spots there. He's out in the 7th. Looking relatively clean so far though. Ali, Big Al, then Newell, Madden 4th, Skins in 5th. Keeper up in 6th. The chicane, one of the alphas, I think that was Psycho just cutting on the turns. Combat Rat's really hustling Saxa right now.
Yeah. The Ferrari in front is applying pressure to this Alfa Romeo, and the Racing Point's applying pressure to the rear.
Yes, Hungary's not the easiest track to overtake. Keeper just games.
There was a Red Bull going out wide. Lost a position to Keeper there.
Keeper really looking to make as many spots as possible while he still has pace in those soft tyres, but here comes Matt on the inside. Looks like he gets that done.
This opens the door for Red Panda now. It's forced to the outside.
Oh, this is traditional Keeper moves here, but a very good move actually. I think Matt let him have it in the end.
Well, he does have that tyre advantage at the moment, but that won't last for long. Already a lap 2.
Oh, that's Keeper, that's Keeper.
Oh, no.
Like I said. And that's
We have
Psycho as well.
both Alfa Romeos have crashed at the same corner. Oh.
Ghosted into each other. Oh dear. Psycho's got massive wing damage. I don't know how bad it is for Keeper. They've both just cut the... That's very unfortunate, and I did say that the softs are going to be trouble around there.
They're going to have to double stack as well.
But you can't go into hards from the end. You have to make another pit stop, is the thing. It depends on how bad the damage is, but at the same time, you're that far back. It's... that's painful for the Alphas right now. And I do feel for them as Ali's fastest lap. 120.5, and he's nearly made a second on Big Al now.
It's down to Red Panda. There's a tight little battle here between the Ferraris and the Red Bull, Racing Point and McLaren.
Yeah, it's a tasty train there. DRS is now on as well. Psycho for 5-second penalty, and that happens when you have a broken front wing and you can't get it stopped in time. So on the wound. Just seeing this retrain here, Kuno's got basically no DRS left, and everybody else has still got a fair bit, so he might drop off now. Newell's still holding station in third as well. The only other soft runner, of course. Let's see what he does, whether he stretches out his tyres or not. And that's still holding station in second. I think Saxa and Combat Red have dropped off a little bit.
Yep, they have.
DRS detection points just before the last turn now. I think Big Al and Newell missed out on it. For sure, Skins is probably coming close to Newell here.
Ooh, Red Panda has got a good run.
Ooh, let's see this. Let's see the dust being kicked up in Matt's car there. He moves twice.
I've just jumped up with Skins and Newell, and they're side by side.
A bit of argy-bargy there. Newell holding station though. It's a good tight racing there.
And Red Panda not able to get past Matt either. It is quite difficult to get past, even with the DRS assistance, because the short is just so... The straight is so short.
You think it's long, but it really isn't. It really is not at all.
So Newell really starting to struggle now. You saw him coming through that chicane and the rear just wanting to step out. So those softs are starting to really... They'll be overheating, especially through that section there. And this is going to make Skin's job a lot easier. when it comes to getting traction out of that final corner.
But he has to actually do it though, and he's lost 4 seconds to Big Al as well. That's going to hurt.
He's staying out.
You'll have to stretch him. There's not really any other choices. Big Al sits the fastest lap at 120.5. We've got a yellow flag somewhere. That's an alpha off in turn 5.
So Skins having a look up the inside. Oh,
He keeps it there.
very close.
Red Panda side by side on Matt. Matt gets a better exit of the hairpin. But they're still side by side.
Oh, they touch.
And Matt sends it in just a little bit deeper.
Pushing Red Panda all the way out, but luckily no damage.
Oh, this is a wonderful battle. These are wonderful battles, actually. Great driving from all these people here. And now Big Al's closed up on the alley as well. This is...
Kunai still hanging on. He's running in overtake for some reason, which I don't really understand.
He stayed in overtake pretty much all this time, I think. There must be some rhyme or reason to this. Maybe he's doing it through the slower sectors to try to get a leg up on his opponents, but he's within DRS range, so...
Whoa! As Combat sends it into the wall, there's damage.
And that's reverse, buddy. Oh dear, that's awful.
Oh, there goes some more wing. Just do a proper job of it.
That's a red ring. It is a virtual safety car because of that debris. Now we have to come in for hards. At least he can try and get to the end on hard tyres.
Well, Newell, unfortunately, has just gone past the pit entry. It would have been a perfect time for him to stop.
I'll tell you what though, that's protected him from the move from Skins into turn 1. Now Matt and Red Panda are closing up on Skins as well, so there's going to be a bit of a train here as Newell will pit very soon, we should think. Further down the order, Keeper's gone for a 2-stop, it looks like, onto mediums. Skins gets a 3-second time penalty.
For multiple warnings.
Yes, they can happen under VSC, slower racing pace as we get back underway. Just noticed a lot of these drivers really not afraid to mount these big curbs coming through 6 and 7. I kind of find that tends to slow you down more often than not, but I guess it's working for them. Oh, and Red Panda nearly loses it for that right-hander. Saves it though. Now Skins desperate to make a move here. Does Newell pit is the thing. No.
Stays out again.
So he's got a strategy. This will be part of the strategy.
Oh, Red Panda having a look up the inside of this Red Bull, but got very close there indeed. The Red Bull goes defensive.
They both have the RS.
Oh, look at that. Can the Ferrari pull it off? The cutback. Gets alongside. Oh, very close to that rear wheel with his wing.
Skins getting ahead of Newell there while that was happening. Very important move, and Skins can make some breathing space between him and Matt now. And meanwhile, this fight between Matt and Red Panda rages on. Looks like Red Panda's kind of struggling with his car. And now Matt is going to get hard up by Newell now.
I think he's probably struggling in the dirty air. It is pretty hard to follow.
That's a good point.
Being so close, and he'll also be having temperature issues as well. Oh, it's the Red Bull's having a look at the Renault now.
But
he has to yield. The Ferrari's there. Be careful, gentlemen. You don't want to lose any of your wing. The Red Bull forces its way through. So does the Ferrari, but the Renault comes into the pits.
And a good save from Newell here as well. You can see how he's struggling even coming into the pits. He's spun even a little bit more.
So no DRS for Matt, because he got past the Renault earlier. Oh, as Red Panda has the dive.
And gets it done.
Gets it done and says, I could push you to the edge of the track as well, my friend.
For 4th place there as Newell comes in. Looks like he's doing a 2-stop. see how that plays out for him. Certainly got some pace, that's for sure.
He'll definitely need a safety car, I would imagine.
Yes.
This Red Panda gets a time penalty for multiple warnings.
It's going to play in. Don't forget Skins has one as well. Lap 8 of 35. Ali's still your leader. Big Al still within that 1 second range, but not really making a move so far. It's not getting close enough, it looks like. Then it's 6 seconds back down to Skins in third place.
So I've just dropped down to Big Al, and he's got 84% battery, so he might be just biding his time for the moment. Staying in DRS, keeping the fuel usage under control.
Ali does have substantially less ERS, that's for sure. Both an overtake down this front straight, yeah. And it hurts Ali a lot more than Big Al right now. Another thing to point out, Skins has got no ERS as well, and Red Panda's pretty much got 80%. So see that gap come down very quick, 2.4 seconds between the two drivers. Meanwhile, everybody else is just sort of fanned out a little bit.
So currently the closest battle on track is the battle for the lead and the battle between Red Panda and Matt. Although Red Panda has just gotten past, so can Matt hold on to him? Starting to close in Skins slowly.
So I've just seen Red Panda and Matt over the past couple of laps really go wide on some corners as well.
Well, they've been in pretty dense traffic, so this is the real first time they're getting to stretch their legs, so to speak. Getting a feel for the fuel usage and the weight of the car.
Very true. Matt's been saving DRS the whole lap, and look how much time he's lost because of it. He's dropped out of DRS range.
Yeah, he also had a bit of a moment coming out of the chicane where I think he lost a fair bit of time.
True.
But 1.8 seconds now the gap between Red Panda and Skins.
Oh, I just saw Keeper lose it on turn 4, and he's out. That's a repeat of Lotus's incident there. And there we go, there it is.
So, yeah.
Trigger a safety car? Yes, it does. And all
You can see Keeper's car there on the left as it just disappears.
Yeah. Newell. Does Newell pit? No, he doesn't. Oh, he's just passed the pit lane. Maybe he wasn't able to save this race. In fact, he can pass the safety car here. You can still pit for hards. Green light's on. You can pass it. Farmadingo comes in. Combat Rat comes in. Everybody should be coming in for hards. Hards can go to the end here.
So everyone will have to stick to a delta until the leader catches the safety car to kind of mitigate any unfair advantage.
So all the other drivers will be just going slower until they cross the finish line again, in which case they can catch the safety car from there.
So Ali and Big Al both coming into the pits.
So this helps Psycho, who may have had question marks over whether or not he can make it to the end on his set of hard tyres. Although, is he a full lap down? I think he is.
I'm not sure. He may be.
I think he is, because that's Surdix in front of him. Ali, Big Al come in for hards. Everybody else following suit. This is a straightforward call here, and Newell stays out. Now, if he could get past everybody, maybe it'd work, because then he could run away with his medium tyres, be quicker, and then pit one more time, hopefully try and fight through for a good spot. But because he's in the middle of the pack, it's not really going to work as well.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to take those hards a long way, and he will pit again for much fresher and faster mediums.
That's true.
And this safety car is just going to help him extend the life of this first set of mediums as well. So, but it is going to be a challenge for him. He's going to have to make those moves on a track that is difficult to pass.
And on some very quick drivers as well, has to be said. And here we go, Psycho with 5 seconds of corner cutting, and with the lower pace around the track, the game becomes very strict on its penalty handing out.
He's unlapped himself now.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
So I think if you can... If
No.
Hmm?
He's disqualified.
Did it disqualify him?
Yeah, for ignoring the yellow flag. Oh dear. I tell you, he wasn't let down in all fairness, so why not try it? Was he actually disqualified? It did say it was for me.
Well, his car's still going.
He's still running like normal, it looks like. Or is this the AI? That's the thing. Well, we're both very unsure right now as the safety car leads.
I really don't know. Let's see.
I guess we'll see what happens on the machine. I can't tell if it's an AI driving. I think it might be.
I've got the feeling it is. What do you guys think if you're watching? Do you reckon that looks like the controls of an AI or a person?
Because you don't want to say, oh no, it's not Psycho, no, you'd be doing worse. No, not at all. What's the lap time here? That's what I'm interested in, actually.
He's still going around. Did you want to check the race director, maybe?
Oh, actually, yes, that's a good point. We'll do that.
And he makes the place on combat as well.
Oh, okay. So I don't see a disqualification here. Now, it did say down the bottom that he did disqualify for ignoring the yellow flag, but it is not in the race director, so...
Well, this is something I wanted to test, to be honest, because if you're a lap down in the future and behind the safety car and you're all ghosted, technically, if you're quick enough or close enough to the front, you might be able to just fang it past everybody, including the safety car, and be okay.
Yes, indeed. This isn't real life. People don't ghost in real life, obviously, so...
But they do let them unlap themselves.
Indeed.
You might even catch back up here.
I should do. They're going for another lap, yeah. Wow. But he is still on that worn set of hard, the older set of hards that he's had to push on for the last couple of laps. So you don't really get a break on these tyres, so...
Alright, well...
1:13:35. Ellie leads, still behind the safety car. We should expect one more lap and then we should be back to normal racing. How did he pass combat? That's what I must have missed that when I was...
So combat pitted.
Ah, right, okay.
And Psycho came out in front.
Okay. There we go, we heard it here first. I guess that does work. It's weird how it said it disqualified for me though, but anyway. Or maybe it doesn't do it when the safety car comes in, I don't know, we'll see.
We will find out, I guess. But no, when you get disqualified it does it automatically.
Right, okay.
Immediately, normally.
Anyway, Alley leads, Miguel, then Skins. Red Panda in fourth. Skins and Red Panda both have 3-second time penalties, so this will hurt them, but a lot of racing to go. Gap should fan out, and safety car is in this lap.
So Ali is effectively the safety car, so he gets to control the speed, but he's staying very close to the back of that safety car. Look at that lead.
Miguel's staying pretty far behind. He's that limiter. Oh, there we go.
Well, we're back racing. Big Al tucks in behind.
Newell got a very good start. He's right on the back of Matt. Does he make a move? He goes up on the inside. Not quite far up enough to get anything on him though.
Red Panda up into third.
Oh wow!
Oh no, Skins. Red Panda side by side is Red. Oh, Red Panda! Oh, has a big moment. Holds on to it.
And here comes Matt. Oh no. Doesn't do anything, just sits behind. I did say Red Panda was struggling. And I think that still holds true. Newell's still down 6, hasn't really had a chance to make any gains on his medium tyres yet. He needs to stay within DRS range, remember it's not enabled yet, we'll in the next couple of laps.
Yes, thank you, Ruse, for spending those points in Team Mac. What a beautiful logo it is, hey?
I think I subscribed as well, yes.
Yes, thank you very much to all those who have subscribed. If you haven't yet, please do so, it really helps us out. And if you don't really want to subscribe, please hit that follow button, because that as well really helps.
Lap 15 to 35 here. Everyone's still pretty close, even though Newell has dropped off Matt, has to be said. I just saw him jump a little bit there as if he was disconnected. I think he just had a bit of lag there. Psycho on Farmer didn't go up into 10th. Max a 3-second time penalty, that's big.
Well, still 20 laps to go, so he might. It's never good to have a penalty though.
Exactly. Like if the racing had right now, Neil would have finished in third place right now. But thankfully, there are 20 more laps to go for these drivers anyway. Ali and Big Al still keep them relatively clean as well, so if they do get somebody surging up, then they've got a wee bit of a buffer. But they need to keep it clean as well as them.
Does Newell have any damage?
I do not see any damage, no.
He's just dropped off a fair bit this lap, so I'm not sure.
He's used a lot of VRS as well, and I think that's anything to do with it. Unless he used it earlier, as always hits the fastest lap of 120.5, then Panda for 20.3. Yeah, that's very odd. I don't know what it is.
Maybe he left it in overtake for the 2 laps or something. There's Red Panda very close to the back of Skins, having a look up the inside.
Skins saying, nope, my position. But Red Panda's just going to stay there, he's going to keep harassing him.
Oh, Skins, they've come together! I don't see any damage, so they may have gotten away with it. Oh, that is devastating for Red Panda. Oh!
That is quite a rejoin. Zurik's taking evasive action, but luckily they ghosted.
Oh, that is a very, very unsafe rejoin. But then again, it's so difficult because cars are coming around there at, 300k an hour or 270 or whatever it is.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, dude. And that was not Red Panda's fault. It really wasn't. There was nothing he could do there.
Yeah.
Because Skins just lost it, and then he was just a passenger, and so was Red Panda. It was very unfortunate.
I was just about to say it's been a very mature drive from Red Panda. I mean, this isn't his fault, but getting caught up in that, he's sitting pretty up in third, and Skins is walking away with it now. Yeah. Well, not walking away with it, but
he's still in third.
He's still in third. Meanwhile, Red Panda's, dropped all the way down.
Yeah. That said, Red Panda's got some pace. He might be able to get a couple of spots back. If there's a safety car, another safety car, then again, he can maybe get something done there as well. But for now, we'll just have to see what happens.
Big Al very close to Ali now.
And this has been drawing for a while now. These two very, I guess, conservative drivers, they'd rather just bide their time and sort of wait for a good chance to make a move rather than try and force it.
Very similar, these two. It's almost as if they're brothers.
And they've pulled a bit of a gap out the Skins as well, so I guess they could have a little bit of a battle, just as a treat. I think a bit of brotherly respect right now, potentially, or just Big Al not getting a decent chance to make a big move on Ali right now.
Just had a quick look in the chat. People wanting to know where Kunai is. Well, Kunai is currently in 6th place on the hard tyre with Saxa right behind him. Let's actually drop down to that little battle because Kunai might feel the heat. Can he handle the pressure with his beautiful pink helmet?
I don't think Saxa's got enough of a run.
There is a second DRS zone. Oh, Kunai goes a little bit wide, opens the door for the Ferrari. The Ferrari's now got the upper hand. The inside line forces Kunai out.
Oh, Kunai tried to crisscross there, but his exit was compromised there by the Ferrari, and now Saxa takes 6th place.
So, Kunai, when you're watching this back, you can blame your mates.
Oh. Saxa just made a little bit of a mistake there. I thought Kunai might have tried something, but wasn't able to. But good timing on that, yeah.
No commentators curse, my friend. That was all on you.
Tell you what, Red Panda's very close up on desserts right now. They're desperate to try to get a couple of spots back.
Well, this is where he's going to have to be patient. These two have some history, but he makes that move.
And patience is not for Red Panda, not today.
So Kunai next in the firing line. But Kunai is holding on to Saxa at the moment, is he? He has a look, he sends it up the inside. They're side by side, they barely touch. Waiting for them to come around the corner. Kunai comes out in front and holds that place. Takes it back and says, not just yet, Saxa.
It's a nice move there for 6th place. So that battle still rages on. Just coming up to the lead here with Ali and Big Al. It seems like Big Al makes up all of his ground in the 1st and 2nd sectors, and then Ali just pulls away on the 3rd.
Well, it's probably because he's got DRS and he's just trying to close that gap and make Ali use his fuel in ERS. And then he kind of just lets it, cruises through the second part.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're going to have to start applying that pressure.
Indeed.
And you'd be surprised, just being right behind someone for a few laps can really unsettle people.
Definitely.
Especially because, if you're right there, one mistake and you're going to lose that spot. So, Red Panda has caught up to this group now as he sets a new fastest lap of 1:19.9.
Tussling between the two Ferraris, maybe?
Panda has a look, but knows he's too far back. Will there be team orders here at Ferrari? We know that hasn't led to issues in the past.
We always get one of our team orders, but really, it doesn't really happen. Oh, dear. Like 20 or 35.
Some, I would say, there are drivers that work together.
That's true. That is very true.
And sometimes there are team orders. I mean, I've been involved in team orders before. Because everyone knows it's always about the constructor's title. No one cares about the drivers.
Oh dear. So Nero will be due a pit stop pretty soon as Red Panda on Saxa. Hello. He's been doing that a fair bit, Red Panda, and it's working for him on that turn. Can really send it into that turn, to be fair.
As long as he makes it a decisive move and doesn't hesitate and it's clear to everyone, then he can really pull him off well. It's when he goes for that last minute decision that he tends to get unstuck, but it's really trying to size these opponents up at the moment.
Well, that's a massive dive he was trying.
You can see that he had the McLaren left the door open and he thought about it. But then you could see the McLaren started to turn in, and he's left it to showboat around the outside of Kunai Zero. Kunai Zero's got no response for that.
I feel like that was coming, though. I feel like Kuno may have just let him by a little bit.
Well, you got to pick your battles.
Indeed. Red Panda's storming right now. He's coming up on Newell, who will need to pit pretty soon, and a pit stop for Newell will put him down pretty far. He hasn't really made any ground in these medium tyres, but as people's hard tyres will wear down, and he will be on fresh up medium soon. See what he can do with that.
Let's just pop up to the leaders and see their ERS usage. Oh, the tides have definitely turned in terms of battery now. One on 85% and Ali on 17.
Straight down to no ERS usage there. Yeah, he's just scraping the bottom of the bin right now.
Well, because he's trying to maintain that lead and doesn't want to open the door.
Everyone else is really sort of fanned apart again. This is the only gap under 1 second currently. Well, Sax is just not going to do it for Kunai, but above him that. Red Panda's still storming up 3 seconds behind Newell. He's on 6th place right now. Skins, Matt, Red Panda all have 3-second penalties hanging over them. This is really just going to be a sprint to the end. Ooh, a little lock up from Mally. Last returns. So yeah, Ali's doing pretty well to save ERS throughout the lap and keep Big Al away at the same time because he got up to 40% there, which is pretty good around here, considering how much you do use in a lap usually. So to keep the pace up while saving ERS at the same time, Ali's doing pretty well so far and a bit better than it seems.
Oh, but Big Al looks very close now.
Ooh, this is probably the closest they've been.
I reckon he might be starting to turn up the wick a little bit. Because also the giveaway is also the red light, so you know when the driver in front is charging.
True. I never pay attention to that. I always forget about that. That's very true.
I haven't figured out what flashing sequence equals what mode, but I know that if it's not flashing, they're in high or above.
Yeah, Ali's currently in medium and it's not flashing at all.
Big Al goes a bit wide there, but it's okay.
Big Al's not sorry, not Big Al. Red Panda is right on Newell currently, and also Saxa just made a move on Kunai Zero while that was happening over there.
We'll drop down because Red Panda loves to send it. Newell are very aware of that and positions his car very nicely.
Good thinking from him there.
That camera angle was perfect. It really showed how he just put his car in the right spot, but Red Panda lining up for a better traction on the exit. Oh, I don't know. Newell's going to make him work for it. He goes for the inside line. He goes for the switchback. He goes for the fakie. And it works.
So yeah, since Germany, I think he's been going for those a bit more often, but it's working. It's SBC.
I'm not sure if Pacey's watching, but I hope you were taking note. I haven't forgotten about F2 Bahrain. Just FYI.
Oh dear. Like 24 or 35 right now, and these battles are starting to heat up a little bit. Red Panda's still well on the charge in 5th place.
So, back up with the top now, and Big Al is very, very close. Skins now also 1.2 seconds, so Ali is actually starting to back up Big Al into Skins. So
Big Al has got to get it done, has to be said.
This is forcing his hand here.
Look at that, Skins is nearly within a second here. Does he get there before the detection zone?
No.
Not quite.
So he's got to go now. He's got to go now. You can see Ali trying to break the toe down the straight, but look at that. He just isn't close enough at the corner exit.
Ali's
closing right up under brakes. Oh, there's contact. Oh, I think
Did
they
Ellie
get
jump
away with
back?
it. Oh no, Big Al, he's into the wall. His wheels come off. Oh no, he is
Oh,
retired
no.
from this
It's a
race.
safety
We have a
car.
safety car. Oh,
Combat Rat pits immediately. Psycho stays out.
let me guess.
Wow.
Newell already passed the pit entry.
But he's past the safety car. He can do it.
Oh no.
Psycho with a drive through. That is an awful way to go. And I'm sure he'll been thinking about all of that and then just perhaps a bit distracted and then just a bit too much on the throttle coming out of that turn. Oh dear. Did Ali jump back? I'm not too sure. I was watching Big Al while that
I
was
think
happening.
Big Al just lost it on traction.
Because he
They
did
had the
bump-
contact on the apex, but then it all seemed to settle out, and I think he just
Yeah.
tried to get on the power too early.
Oh. I tell you what, they'd have been brewing for a good over 25 laps, really, and to end like that is really unfortunate. And you got to feel for Big Al, who's this isn't the first time this sort of thing's happened either. It's
He was biding his time all that time.
good news for the front runners behind him, though. Skins, Matt and Repender. What do people do here? Do they stay out?
Oh, I'd be pitting
Yeah, mediums.
mediums for sure. Especially
staying
the
out.
leaders. The leaders are staying out.
Skins drive through, speeding under the safety car. That's massive. He's in second place right now.
Oh no!
And this race has been turned on its head. Red Panda, Newell, both coming into the pits.
I think they've made the right decision. So the delta will now disappear for everybody, and they'll come back up to, well, racing speed until they catch the safety car.
Newell goes for softs. They'll be fresh softs, but I don't think they'll... Oh, safety car running, maybe. Big gamble. They fall off.
They fall off too soon, so
Yeah.
I would say the medium would be a better.
Kunai, same thing there. What does Zudix do? Saxon and Psycho also in the pits. Zudix will go into the softs. Saxa on the mediums.
But I'll tell you something, those guys on those hards, they're gonna be... Oh, they'll be kicking themselves just as hard as I am.
Look at that Red Panda, fresh mediums, 4th place. He's in the perfect spot.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get jumped by the guys behind on the softs, on the restart. But then again, there's no DRS. I don't see that happening.
Indeed.
And it's all too late for those guys in the lead now to pit.
It's not easy to overtake here, but we've seen Red Panda do it, obviously. But
But they're on 15 lap old hards. Like, the
Yep.
hards...
the hards don't fall off dramatically, but they'll feel fine, but they'll be slower, basically.
But they put them on lap 11.
Indeed.
So,
That is true.
you know, all the practices we do, it's, you know, not like this.
And I tell you what, it's a lot easier to sort of judge from above, you know? In our spots, we'll be like, yeah, we'll pit now. And they won't know what to do. Skins pits, he's got to drive through anyway, I think. But he can't serve that now, can he?
No.
He's slowed down.
Why is he going so slow?
No, he hasn't run out of fuel. No.
I don't know why he was going so slow there. That's going to cost him a lot. Well,
His teammate was still out on the track, it wasn't even with double stacking. I think he may have been trying to confirm whether or not he'd be able to serve the drive-through, and I think he might have actually made the wrong choice there. He may have thought he could serve that. He has to wait until the safety car leaves the track and it's back to green flag racing to serve his drive-through penalty. Which is unfortunate, has to be said. And it's another race ruined for Skins. Really unfortunate.
really, yeah. Got a feel for him.
Indeed. At 27 to 35, we should... oh, Psycho gets a 5-second penalty, but I don't know if we'll see the safety car come in this lap. Everyone's caught up.
It'll either
Can-
come in this lap or the end of the next lap.
Yeah, it generally stays out for 3 laps, but if everyone's caught up, it can do 2 sometimes. So, 27. Top 2 runners on hard tyres, old hard tyres. And right behind them are some soft runners looking to make some places.
Safety car in this lap.
So remember, Red Panda's got a 3-second time penalty to go with. having these medium tyres, so he's got to make a gap as well. But Matt has a 3-second time penalty as well.
He's just got to be wary of the guys on the softs.
Yeah, getting a good restart here is going to be key as well. He needs to maintain a 1-second gap, avoid getting in DRS. So it's Red Bull 1-2 as we restart the race.
Oh, they're right behind him. He's not had a good restart.
This could be spicy.
Oh, this Newell goes up the inside as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I see a Toro Rosso going around. That's
Oh
Sunix.
no, that's Sunix. 2 Red Bull side by side into turn 2.
They're still side by side. Matt takes the lead. Red Panda now having a look.
Red Panda pounces. Ali down the third. He's got no pins though. Provisionally first, but needs to stay with these guys. Newell's still sitting in 4th, Greenlight 5th. Good job from him so far.
And Newell's got to be on those fresh softs. Ali's going to be under a lot of pressure right now. And props to Kunai up into 5th place.
I think that was because 2 runners in front did end up dropping off, but still a decent drop from Dylan Sachs, that has to be said. Also, Farmadingo and Psycho in the points. He never would have thought that after the start of the race.
Let's drop down to Psycho. He's right on the gearbox of Farmadingo.
I think we've got a battle board for the lead though. Red Panda's right on that. He's going to make a move here, it looks like. Up on the outside. Matt holds it. Gets a little bit. Oh, doesn't get the best exit. Let's see what Red Panda does down the outside. Hard to make it work there. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that.
It's just that fresh rubber.
Yeah, indeed. And that was pretty much best case scenario for Matt almost. So important for these 2 runners to run away from Ali and try and get that 3-second gap so they don't get overtaken at the end of the race. Got 6 laps to do it. Meanwhile, Ali's still under fire from Newell. And tell you, if Newell gets ahead of Ali and then his tyres fall off and Ali gets held up, then Red Panther and Matt can get that 3-second gap. With a very specific set of events. And Red Panda, look at that lead he's pulled out already. And there you go, that's the power of fresh mediums. You caught it right, band.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong.
I tell you what though, he was in the perfect spot for it as Red Panda's into 119.1. Has it worked as well for other drivers? Sachs is still on 6, hasn't been able to get past these soft runners. But unfortunate for him, the Psycho comes into the pits now.
Well, that's because they're all on fresh rubber and the guys on the softs aren't getting past the guys on the hards.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, I suppose, for the ones that fall for Saxo, really. If Skins has served as drive through. And now he's fought into the DRS ring from that. And Red Panda has made 3 seconds on Ali, so he is currently the leader of the race as it is. And we have a yellow flag in sector 2. That is a
Farmadingo.
Oh dear, does he have any damage?
I think he's hit that curb, that inside curb.
The tail coming out. I can't quite see if he's... No, he's lost in the end plate. He's lost a fair bit of wing, actually. He's in a points place right now.
But Psycho behind on 6-lap-old mediums. Skins with another time penalty.
Oh dear. A bit inconsequential at this point as Red Panda's at an 18.6.
Well, it might do him out of points if he keeps on going. Lap 31 or 35.
Okay, well, Farmadingo has to make a pit though. Either way, he's got to suffer on an orange or red wing. So as it is right now, Red Panda will finish as the leader.
No commentators curse now. It's not over yet.
No.
Now, who's under pressure?
Ah!
Jacob Meister.
I apologise. Oh, Kunai! That's turn 4. Another victim
No,
claimed.
and he's lost half of his wing as well, has he? Yes, he has.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's lost 2 end plates.
No, that's even worse. He can barely get a turn around there. Oh, no. And
Oh,
there you go.
he can't even stop the car.
That's what happens when you lose part of your front wing. You just can't get it stopped. And that's so unfortunate.
Oh. It's unfortunate all of his mates were here watching him.
Why do I get the feeling you're rubbing it in a little there, Van?
No. Anything for the bands, mate. Anything for the bands.
It is very unfortunate for Kunai, and turn 4 has claimed another victim today.
And Sachs is missing an end plate as well.
Oh wow, what has happened?
So, Ali right behind Matt at the moment.
No, Ali.
Having a look up the inside. Bit of a lock up from Ali. Newell still right with them.
Hasn't got to do anything, just sticking behind them. He can't play that long game. He's got to dive into something. His softs are too far gone at this point. It's just going to be a matter of survival. If he can stay with Ali, then potentially he can jump Matt, because Matt is a 3-second penalty.
I don't believe Ali has one, does he?
No, he doesn't, so Ali is provisionally second and Newell third. And we may again see Matt drop down due to penalties, which is very unfortunate.
Oh, that's put him way back now.
They should be fine. Sachs is 7 seconds behind Newell.
With the damaged wing as well, so...
Yes, but it's still something you don't like to see. Now we're entering lap 33 of 35, closing stages of this race, and still a wee bit of a battle here for the podium spots.
So Kunai's in 10th place with a fresh set of softs. Can he get fastest lap of the race?
I believe it's an 18.6. That should be doable on the soft tyre. I know it's a race, but in race pace, but if he can save up some ERS, he can do it. He's not the only one. Farmer Dingo's also on a fresh set.
Red Panda.
Ooh. Oh no, he's got 6 seconds on Ali. As Ali's passed Matt for second.
Yep.
And that was important for Ali because he needed to try and get as much gap back to Red Panda as he could, or at least mitigate some of the loss of that gap. But I think it's a bit too far gone. I'm not sure though. We'll see what happens here. And Red Panda just needs to sort of keep his composure here.
22 laps so far on these hards.
Yeah, they're not going to be fresh. Let's put it that way. And I'll tell you what, Neil's dropped off now, and those softs will have seen better days. So even against old hards, these old softs are just nothing.
He's put 7 laps on them, a couple under safety car.
Works with them to fall off around now. Yeah. So we have Red Panda, and then Ali, and then Matt and Newell, who will swap around if they finish like this. Sachs in 5th, 8 seconds behind them. Skins in 6th. I'm not sure where he'll stand with penalties. He may be ahead of combat yet. He's 5 seconds behind. I think he will be actually. And then we have Zudix in 8th. Good to see after that incident actually. There we are. Psycho in 9th. A lap down earlier in the race. Quite good to get a points finish there, and Kunai rounding out the points finishes so far. Yeah, Kunai just 8 tenths off the fastest lap set. It may just be that Matt has to hold station behind Ali. He can't really make time from where he is. He hasn't got enough time to do so. Psycho with 3 seconds as well. I think it's a second actually. They may pump Kunai up to 9th as Red Panda sits in 18.5. The last lap of the race now is Skins has made a move on Saxa, going into the penultimate corner. And it was done pretty decisively. A good fight back from Skins, has to be said. I thought it was all over for him, but
Yeah, up into fifth place.
he still has pins, and Saxon didn't have a broken front wing, I believe, but and considering the events this race, this has been a pretty decisive drive from Red Panda.
Yeah, that gap out to 9 seconds now.
And he did have to fight through the field to make this work. He was down to, I believe, 9th at some point.
Yeah.
Fighting
Safety
through.
car though.
Big safety car. Swings and roundabouts, eh? Swings
That's
and
it.
roundabouts. Red Panda rounds the last turn now, and he'll claim a very good victory here at Hungary. Oh, I thought he lost it for a second. He just swerved in victory. Ali in second place, and he does not have penalties, so won't jump Red Panda, but he'll hold second. And Matt has made 3 seconds on Newell. Matt will get third. Oh no, it's 6 seconds. My bad.
No.
Newell does get third.
He does.
Skins in 5th. Does he hold it? Nope, Saxon gets him on pins as well.
And then
Combat
Combat.
Rat limping over the line.
Is he out of fuel or something?
He must be. Wow.
And then Zudix in 8th place. Psycho and Kunai side by side.
Yeah, I believe these both have penalties. I couldn't tell you exactly how much they have. See that? Go! No, he doesn't have enough time for that. It goes.
But he
Both
had that
points
time
finishes.
penalty anyway, so Kunai gets that place. How many penalties did he have? Will Farmer Dingo be able to do it? Unfortunately, he was having a good race, and then... Yeah.
He did spin, didn't he? Yeah. Very
Wow.
eventful race though.
2 eventful races at the Hungarian. Tier 1 and Tier 2 both putting on a show tonight. Ferrari taking the win. So good drive from Red Panda. Needed a good result. So well done to him. And Ali, second place. Regular podium getter now. And Newell with some good points for Renault. So well done to Newell.
Will help both of their points championship campaigns.
So yes, there's 6 seconds for penalties for Red Panda. Then we had Ali and Newell. Penalties putting Matt out of the podium position. So just missing out there, followed by Saxa, Skins, Combat, Zudix, Kunai, and Psycho just getting the final point. And unfortunately, Farmer Dingo just missing out in 11th. Then we have Big Al and Keeper, both DNFs.
It's tragic. Big Al.
Yeah. But, wow, what a race. What a race. Hopefully we have the same again at Spa. Spa's the next race, so for Tier 1 and Tier 2. But we will be back on Friday for our 2010 series race around Mexico. So feel free to join us Friday night, 8:30 Melbourne time. And then, yeah, we'll be back on Sunday as well for Tier 1 and Tier 2. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that follow and subscribe button. And I've been Bandcamp, and Jacob Meister with me tonight, and we'll see you next weekend.
Take care.